The Haunting of the Queen Mary, 2023, weaves a chilling tale that draws upon the real-life history of the RMS Queen Mary, an iconic ocean liner that has long been rumored to be haunted. Directed by Gary Shore, the film merges past and present in a multi-layered narrative that explores the eerie events that transpired aboard the ship in its heyday and the terrifying impact these events continue to have on the present day. With the ship's history steeped in tragedy and mystery, the film amplifies its eerie reputation into a supernatural thriller that keeps the audience on the edge of their seat from start to finish. The film opens in modern-day Los Angeles, where an American family, Anne, her husband Patrick, and their son Lucas are struggling through the aftermath of personal tragedy. Anne, a writer, is working on a piece about the RMS Queen Mary, now docked in Long Beach as a hotel and tourist attraction. Her investigation is focused on the ship's grim past, particularly during World War II, when it served as a troop ship, and the mysterious deaths that occurred aboard during its time as a luxury liner. Eager to gain a deeper understanding of the ship's ghostly history, Anne decides to visit the Queen Mary with her family. Despite warnings of its haunted reputation, as the family boards the ship, the tension is palpable. They encounter other visitors and staff who seem to share an unspoken understanding that the Queen Mary is no ordinary vessel. It doesn't take long before strange occurrences begin: flickering lights, cold drafts, and unexplained noises. Anne's son Lucas, in particular, seems to have a heightened sensitivity to the paranormal activity. He begins to see visions of ghostly figures and hear voices no one else can. His behavior becomes increasingly erratic, leaving his parents both concerned and confused. Through flashbacks, the audience is transported to the 1930s and 1940s, during the Queen Mary's prime years. We follow the story of a British family who boarded the ship for a transatlantic voyage, unaware that their journey would end in catastrophe. The father, David, was a successful businessman traveling with his wife, Sarah, and their young daughter, Emily. They are depicted as a picture-perfect family, but as the voyage progresses, cracks begin to show in their seemingly idyllic lives. David is hiding a dark secret, and Sarah begins to sense that something is wrong, not only with her husband, but also with the ship itself. The tension between the couple escalates, and Emily becomes the unwitting target of the ship's malevolent forces. As the historical events aboard the Queen Mary unfold, the film meticulously intertwines them with the present-day story. Anne's investigation leads her to uncover shocking truths about the ship's past, including the fact that many of the people who died aboard were victims of violent and unnatural causes. Through historical documents, Anne learns about a series of unexplained deaths during the ship's voyages, many of which were written off as accidents, but are now believed to have been the result of something far more sinister. The deeper she digs, the more the lines between past and present begin to blur, and it becomes clear that the ship's haunting is not confined to a single era. As the modern-day family explores the Queen Mary, their experiences parallel those of the British family from the past. Lucas, much like young Emily, becomes increasingly entangled in the ship's supernatural web. He begins speaking to invisible entities, claiming that they want him to stay with them. His behavior becomes more disturbing as the spirits of the ship close in on him, and his parents grow increasingly desperate to save him from whatever malevolent force has taken hold of him. The climax of the film occurs as the two timelines converge in a heart-pounding sequence aboard the Queen Mary. Anne and Patrick race against time to save Lucas from being permanently claimed by the ship, while the flashbacks reveal the tragic fate of the British family. In a shocking twist, it is revealed that David's secret was connected to a series of unsolved murders that took place aboard the ship during its wartime service. These murders, committed in a fit of madness, unleashed a curse on the Queen Mary that has trapped the souls of the ship's victims for decades. The spirits of the British family, along with countless others, are now doomed to haunt the vessel for eternity, and Lucas is in danger of becoming their latest victim. In a frantic attempt to escape the Queen Mary's curse, Anne and Patrick must confront the ship's dark history head-on. They delve deeper into the ship's haunted past, encountering ghostly apparitions and experiencing terrifying visions. The ship itself seems to come alive, as if determined to keep them aboard forever. As the family battles for their lives, the film builds to a crescendo of supernatural horror, leaving the audience questioning whether they will make it out alive or if the Queen Mary will claim them as it has so many others. The film's conclusion is both shocking and thought-provoking. In the final moments, we learn that the Queen Mary's haunting is not simply a case of restless spirits, but a manifestation of the unresolved guilt, pain, and trauma of those who perished aboard. The ship has become a nexus of supernatural energy, feeding off the emotions of its victims and drawing new souls into its eternal torment. The fates of the modern-day family and the British family from the past are tragically intertwined, and the film leaves us with the haunting realization that the Queen Mary's curse will continue to claim more lives as long as it remains afloat. The Haunting of the Queen Mary is a masterful blend of historical drama, psychological horror, and supernatural suspense. The film's intricate narrative structure keeps the audience engaged as it shifts between past and present, unraveling the mysteries of the ship piece by piece. The performances are hauntingly effective, with the actors portraying both the terror and the emotional weight of their characters' experiences. The film's cinematography, with its dark and moody tones, perfectly captures the eerie atmosphere of the Queen Mary, making the ship itself feel like a character in the story. What sets The Haunting of the Queen Mary apart from other ghost stories is its attention to historical detail and its exploration of the psychological effects of trauma. The film delves into the impact of war, loss, and guilt, using the supernatural elements as a metaphor for the way unresolved emotions can haunt us long after the events themselves have passed. It also raises thought-provoking questions about the nature of evil and whether the horrors aboard the Queen Mary were the result of human malice or something more otherworldly. As the film draws to a close, the audience is left with a lingering sense of unease. The Queen Mary, once a symbol of luxury and opulence, is now a dark and malevolent presence, forever marked by the tragedies that occurred within its walls. The Haunting of the Queen Mary is not just a ghost story. It is a reflection of the way history can leave a permanent scar on the present, and how the past is never truly gone. For fans of supernatural thrillers and haunted history, The Haunting of the Queen Mary is a must-see. Its blend of real-world history with paranormal horror creates a uniquely unsettling experience that will stay with viewers long after the credits roll. If you enjoyed this recap and want more deep dives into your favorite movies and TV shows, be sure to subscribe to Minute Recaps. We bring you quick, engaging summaries of the latest films, so you never miss a beat. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next recap. If you enjoyed this recap, make sure to drop a comment below. In our upcoming videos, we'll be featuring some of our favorite commenters by name, so be sure to leave your thoughts. You might get a shout out in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to Minute Recaps and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on all the latest summaries. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.